good? My name is Rob.
Hey, welcome to MACHUS. If you need any help, you just give me a shout, all right?
All right, that's a bet.
Rob.
Good, man.
So, how you doing?
Say like right now, if I had to rate, how I'm doing right now, I'd say about an 8. Better than lower than, 5, 4.
Yeah. But regardless, to the uninitiated, for anybody that doesn't know who Rob is.
Well, I'm Rob. Came down from Louisiana all the way up to Portland, born and raised, and I enjoy playing 2K.
Obviously, speaking on that, from Louisiana coming out to Portland, the nature of the 2K League, it's crazy how you can kind of move around, obviously previously with the Knicks. How has life been in that for the past couple of years?
Well, I mean, Portland is definitely different from New York. Portland is, I would say, way more of a slow pace. New York was everybody's just everywhere. Actually, what's crazy is Portland nightlife is a little bit better than New York, if we're being real. But also, I kind of got the short end of New York because of COVID, COVID and stuff like that. So I say I'm enjoying Portland a little bit more.
Nice. Well, I mean, at least for you, like, speaking on like the relationship with the team, relationship with the city and everything, you've had Bucket kind of like by your side since day one. What's that relationship kind of been like?
Bucket is my dog. Like, whenever we want to go do something, we go do it. Like, whether we going to the mall or if we just going to get some food, like, I always know I can call him and he gonna be down to go, adventure some things. So
I mean, at least with that dynamic, what have you guys been getting into? Obviously, you've been out here for a couple months, but I know you guys have been hitting up different shops, Laundry, you guys have been hitting up Index, a couple other spots around town.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, we probably hit up Matador the most. Like, that's like our spot. Like, like yesterday we went there. Now that I think about it, Matador is probably the best thing I done had out here, to be honest. Yesterday, Bucket tried cranberry, I forgot what it's called, a cranberry vodka.
I'm not a fan of cranberry.
Nah, I tried it, I didn't really like it. I felt like cranberry just too strong. Like, I feel like it overtakes the alcohol.
Oh, 100%. Growing up in Louisiana, what was the vibe like? What were people rocking? What were you rocking? What was your family rocking? What was that?
Most of my family rock J's. Like, me and my cousins probably biggest shoe heads. Like, we would stand out, wait for them when the mall was releasing them at a certain time. Like, we would be out there camping. I remember my first pair of J's that I got. It was the cool gray 11s. Those were my first pair. And I remember we sat out there for hours and hours. And we had school the next day.
Always, yeah.
So, thankful my cousin was old enough to drive, else we wouldn't have been there. Yeah, I definitely went late to school that day. And I definitely wore those shoes that day to school. So.
Okay.
So yeah, that's always what it's been. It's always been jeans and J's.
Were there any pairs in particular that stood out more than most? Like, obviously you mentioned the cool grays.
For me, I would say my go-to was always 7s. I like Raptors, I like the Yellow Rabbits, I like the Cardinals. Like, the 7s were my thing. My cousins.
You typically don't hear that from a lot of people.
I know, it's crazy because a lot of people didn't like 7s, and I don't know what it is. The Raptors was my favorite 7s though. It would always be the Raptors or the Bardos. It was always them two. If it wasn't them two that I was rocking, then it would probably be the Cardinals.
And then did you kind of pull inspiration from family? Obviously you had mentioned your cousins.
Oh yeah, my cousins, my older cousin, his name is Andrew. He actually is the reason why I like shoes so much.
Really?
Yeah, because when he was getting shoes, it was like, I was looking at him, I'm like, man. And he would just go crazy for them. So, he'll come back to the crib, he'll be like, man, I just got these. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, hey, yo, I'm starting to like these.
Yeah.
So,
Do you have any like horror stories when camping out? Like any shoes that you didn't get?
A couple times people like got into a fight because people were skipping. Like this one time, this dude pulled up and I guess his guy was holding his spot in line, and people got into it. See, I never really got into it because I'm like, at the end of the day, me and my cousins was the dude that ran to the store. So like, at the end of the day, like, I was getting those shoes. When them doors open, we was gonna be the first ones there.
And so, going back to what you personally wore, obviously you're speaking on J's, speaking on your 7s, and kind of the family was all in on the J's, but did you ever tap into anything else?
Foam posits, when they were a thing. Any shoe, I would say like when foam posits, like KD's, LeBron's, like when those shoes and things like really started popping, I would say like I rotated to all of them. Me and my cousins used to be the type of dudes like we'll go play basketball in the exclusive KDs. Like that's just what we used to do. Like one of the Kobe's, like the All-Star Kobe's, the cheese pizzas, we played in them, and you know people looking at us like, yo, like why is he playing in them? And that's just what we wanted to do. Like that was us. So I would say like going out wise, I would say foam posits, J's. As I got older, I started liking Vans. Then I started to tap into like the skating shoes. So, you know, it's always been a mixture of things. But J's have always been top notch to me.
And through like previous conversations that we've had, like you grew up playing sports. Was it football, basketball, football?
It was football, basketball, and baseball.
Oh really?
Yeah, I played all three.
What was your favorite of the bunch?
When it came down to certain things, I just liked better. Like football games, I just liked contact and things like that more. But like being in a basketball game and it's like the crowd is more interactive because you're literally close. So like when you're in a big basketball game, it's different than being in a big football game. It's hard to explain. It's just like the crowd is more into it. I guess because they're closer. Like you can literally be, you know, basically courtside. So baseball was fun to me because I guess you would call me a slugger. I was somebody that liked to hit the ball a lot. So that's why baseball was fun to me. But I would definitely go with basketball.
Now, I'm gonna put you in a tough spot here. I want you to rank everybody's shoe game on the team. Obviously, Josh is no longer with us. We got Lav in. So you can kind of exclude Lav just because you're not too familiar with him, but Bread, Keese, throw in Skis, and Bucket.
Okay, see, I'm definitely gonna go with Bucket for number one. Cause you know, I've seen all his shoes.
Okay.
Then I would probably go, see, I don't know, cause Skis got some heat, but Bread got heat too. See, it's tough between them two for me. But if I had to go with somebody, I'll probably go with Bread. Just because Skis got like 5s, I'm not really a big fan of 5s.
Okay.
But Skis definitely got some heat. Like Skis got some 3s, and I like 3s. But then I would go Skis, and I mean, I don't really know Lab shoe game yet, so I can't really put him in there yet. But then definitely Keese would be last.
Yeah, Mr. Crocman Keese is.
Yeah, it's either Crocs or his running shoes with him.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we all press him, but you know.
Nah, for a fact.
He'll live with that.
Hey, listen, I'm not the one to judge because I come to practice and I come to games every day.
Very true. I think you were a couple people's last pick.
I mean, of course, because they don't go out with me. So like, you know, when I go out, no, that's when I'm gonna put the shoes on. You know, I don't know. I've never seen the thing of going to practice with like cool shoes on. Like I'd just rather go in slides, which is Yeezy slides at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's a pass. I'll give you the pass.
I get a little pass.
Kind of coming to a close. What else are you looking to accomplish in Portland? Obviously, we got a couple months left of the season. Is there anything left on the Portland bucket list for you?
No, I definitely got to go see some nature things though, for sure. That was at the top of my bucket list that I want to go do. So, like waterfalls, things like that. That's for sure some things that I want to do.
Well, Rob, appreciate you as always. And again, we'll see how the season wraps up. But again, I'll be rooting for you.
Appreciate that.